welcome back. Thank you for joining me once again. And we're driving forward in this episode to create a boat, and also I've thought of a few new things we'll do. We're building the healer's hut, or the healer's shop, whatever you call it. But also we're going to increase our food production on different types of food. I'd like to build an apiary, which will give us honey, because we've kind of got everywhere we can with our farm production, and unless we bring back some new things from our next visit abroad. Apiary, there we go. Let's make some honey. So I'm not sure how big these have to be. Oh, here we go. So big enough for one person we'll start off with. That'll do. So we'll build that, and we can extend this path around and down. So we have our dirt road. Here we go. Has to go a bit roundabout. Down there. Down here. We could possibly go through here as well. Yeah, so we left enough space in between the buildings, which is well worth doing. You don't need to really crowd them in too much. Not that I think, anyway. Let's speed up the game. So we've got quite a lot of stuff we're building. We're building an apiary, which will give us honey. Bees, basically, looking after bees. And we've got our healer's shop. That'll be slowly constructed, and we've got quite a lot of the materials, except wow, 160 clay. Cool. That's a lot of clay. So it's just going to be stone we need. We'll collect a load of stone. We'll get some more people in the mine. A lot of stone for that one. And I've just seen, actually, quite surprisingly, our clothing's gone down. I remember we had a whole ton of clothes, but they're getting used up. I guess we could do with some warm clothing. We'll see if we can get some wool from abroad. You never know. So we'll probably be wise to hire someone at the weaver's workshop. We might even need someone on full time at some point. Who can we take off where? Take someone off the furnace. We've got loads of charcoal. We'll employ someone at the weaver's workshop. 2 people in school. Becoming nice and efficient for us. Could take someone off the school. That'll get us another worker, but we'll keep them for now. Cool. Visibility is gone in the rain. Oh, but you get it back when you zoom in. That's looking good. Got loads of people on food production at the moment. And where we could get another person back, actually, is in the windmill. We've got loads of flour. We've got 390 flour. So that will keep us going for a little while. So we can maintain one builder and one labourer. But our main focus and hope is for a new ship. Just need another 15 cast iron. So we're getting there. We're not too far off. We can start building it. We've got everything else we need. Interestingly enough, there's flax and hides needed. I think that's probably for the sail, and the logs are for the construction itself. So we're not too far off. With all these other things we're building, we're certainly driving our establishments forward. And with all these fishing buildings, we've got 2 fishermen's huts and 3 fishing farms. We're still not in the fish. We're not rolling around in fish, which is a little bit of a shame. But we're making our meat pies, and we've got a whole ton of meat. I think it was the right move building an additional hunting lodge out there somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where it is. Maybe we can click on the map to find it. Somewhere in the middle here. There we go. Hunting cabin there, out in the middle of nowhere, and then one either side, down there and around here. There it is. And we've got nearly 1,000 meat, and we've only got 6 hunters. So I think the important thing is that we're not over hunting areas now. We've only got 2 hunters on each of the hunting lodges, and so we're not over hunting. And maybe as a result, we're collecting more animals in to the area and not kind of hunting them out of existence. So we got 35 cast iron. We're just 5 cast iron away from being able to build our first boat. We're also collecting resources for our new builds here. Oh, look. Cool. Oh no, I thought we'd built the AP area already, but no, we've got a little way to go. But that only needs a bit of wood and some hay. So we'll have all the resources for that. And we've taken nearly, well, more than half of the logs over already to the healer's shop. And bearing in mind we've only got one builder and we've got 2 labourers now. That's good. So I think I'll probably get our labourers on bringing in some stone, because that's the thing we're shortest of, although we do have something there I can see we're trying to collect. There's a basket of meat down here. So our hunter's busy at work. That must have been a boar, I think. There we go, they've collected it. Great. Any stone over here? Oh, there's some up there. 22. Oh wow, here we go. 226 stone. Let's see if we can try collecting all that. We've got all our mines. We've got our ore mine. Got a little trio here. Ore mine, stone quarry, and clay mine. I was thinking actually, I know we've got a warehouse nearby, but if we put a warehouse right outside, would it be quicker? Would it be quicker for these guys, more efficient, if they could just then drop it in and go back straight to work? Although, so I guess, so what they're doing is they're building up a certain quantity in here, and then when it gets to, I don't know, say 10 or 15, they then transport it over to the warehouse. Yeah, it probably is worth building a warehouse. We'll lay one down. How much do they cost? Yeah, they don't cost much at all. So is there a spot? We there, here, right, there we go. right outside the stone quarry. They can just sort of drop it in. That'll be quick. I guess the same goes for these fishing guys, but the barn is only there. I mean, we could put one down here, but it would only be a little bit quicker. It's mainly for the fisherman's lodge actually, so you'd put it there in between the two. They've got a shorter distance to go to, and then they can carry on fishing. But we're kind of probably nitpicking at efficiencies here. But I guess if we had the space, there's our recycled pyre. Came back. The building is almost full. What's almost full? Warehouse or a barn? No. Not sure which building it's talking about. Let's click on it. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow, the barn up here. Oh, interesting. Not sure what to do about that one, because we've got plenty more down here as well. We've got plenty of space that they could just use over here. Oh, look at all the people who are ill. This is not good. We certainly need this healer's lodge, and we've got more than enough to build our ships, so let's do that. Oh, apart from the logs, but we'll start building anyway, and that way we can start porting materials over. I don't know if we need to hire a builder or if the port worker would do it. Probably a builder, I'd imagine. Although it's quite a specialist construction, building a ship. But our builders are up for anything. They can do what you like. So we don't need anyone in the herb gatherer's hut. Don't need anyone in the carpenter's shop, not really. We do need to employ our blacksmith. So there's the blacksmith, because we're running short on tools, on good quality tools. We've only got 8 left, and we've got 24 of those basic ones that are carpenter made. We're making plenty of cast iron, so that can continue, and we've got a kiln on the go and one dormant. Be nice to have both on the go, but we're quite short of people really. It's because we're in the summer and we've got a lot of people on the farms. So let's have a look. Yeah, we're harvesting the potatoes. We've got over 7,000 vegetables now, which is enormous. We need a bit of variety in the crops, I think, to give us, I don't know what else the crops could give us other than vegetables. Maybe we could give another one of the fields a rest next year, because we've got lots of wheat, we've got lots of flax, and we've got lots of vegetables. And it's amazing me how much meat we've got. Over 1,300 meat, and we're accumulating fish, which is amazing. We've got 81 fish now. Looks like we're slowly but surely getting there with some of the things. Just need a few more workers, but we'll get a whole ton of workers when it comes into the winter. We can really focus on some of these next buildings. What have we got down? We've got... Yeah, we'll start taking stuff to the port shortly, I'd imagine. Okay, so we're really getting through the ore. We did have enough ore for the healer's shop, but we've not quite got enough now. We'll have been using it at the blacksmith, but not at the apiary. So that's interesting. And we're getting a bit short on fuel for what we normally have. Firewood, but we've got the charcoal that we can unlock if we want to boost that. Looks like we're collecting in apples. Oh, fantastic. Maybe as it matures, it does become productive yearly. Maybe it just wasn't mature initially. It does seem like we're getting fruit every year now, which is brilliant for diversity of food, because we've always been a little bit short on fruit. Oh, and maybe just the volume of food now we've got everywhere is boosting the other supplies of... We've got over 100 fish now and over 1,400 meat, so I'm very happy with our food situation. But we're about to boost it even more when our apiary is built, and we'll certainly have a look at some other forms of food as well. I think I want a few logs cleared in town, so we'll... trees, I mean, 110 there, just to clear up the view, let us see a bit better. And we've got all our woodcutters that we can have, so if we wanted to increase sawmill production we'd need to build another one, but we're just about holding steady with it. We've got 325 wood, plenty of clay, lots and lots of herbs, huge number of hides. I don't know what else we can do with hides apart from build ships and make clothes. Speaking of clothes, we've made a few. We're on 67, so we could bump off our weaver and put them on labouring, and we'll keep our blacksmith on. Look at that, we've got loads of cast iron, so that's looking good. Just need a few more builders and labourers to get all the goods to these new building projects we've got, but in the meantime we are laughing with food. We are laughing all the way to the food bank. Lots going on. It's mainly the healer's shop that I'm keen to get going again, because of all these ill-looking people. They seem to be multiplying. Even though we've got lots of herbs, the herbs don't seem to be doing much. And then we've got the conundrum of this full barn up here. And really, I think we'd just, if we're that full, if we've got that much stuff, maybe we should just be using the other barn. I think that's probably a good move. We haven't built another house in a while, and we are we're pretty much at the population, at the max population we're going to have. We can get rid of our farmers now because they've done their fields. Is that the second crop of flax, or is that the first? We'll let them bring in the flax. We've brought in the wheat and the potatoes. Yeah, I mean, we've got enough. They're on 0. And we're coming into the fall. So we've just got a few more labourers, so we can bring in all that stone that I identified. And I think we'll lay down another big house. The big house seemed to work quite well. They've got firewood, fish and vegetables. It's a big population over there. Maybe we should build a big house up here to consume a bit of the food in the barn. We can expand our residential population up here. It'll mean that they're a bit closer to work, and there's some consumers for the barn, the full barn. We'll just see where we can fit a house. Oh, there's a bit of level land up there. Anywhere here? Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that position. In fact, that's right next to the barn, isn't it? Oh, that's perfect. So we can consume. So with that house, they've got a direct pipeline into the meat, the fruit, and the vegetables. all those hides we've got. And here we go, we're going into the winter period where we can really drive forward in our building. And yep, that flax field is gone. Bring in our gatherers. Now we've got 11 labourers. Let's add a builder and just take a moment to reflect through exactly who we've got. Okay, we could do with another forester because we're quite short on logs. Do with more people in the mines. Even the clay mine needs a little boost. And we've got 6 labourers and 2 builders. And I'll just see how we're doing. So we've got 149 stone, 236 ore. We've certainly got... we've probably got enough ore. We can focus on the stone there. Oh, this is getting full as well. Ah, interesting. Okay, let's have a think about storage, because that barn probably won't be far off getting full. I think we need to build another couple of barns around, just to make sure that we don't like waste produce. Let's build one up here. Bit close to town, but still close enough to them. And we'll build one down here as well. There we go. That should do it. Nice space. And I'll just see... oh wow, look, we've started production on the ship. How cool is that? Looking forward to this ship being built, because it's just going to open up a few new things in the game. Although, saying that, there's still a lot left for us to explore. We need to build a brewery. There's still stuff in food production. I'm sure there's a coop, but I think we might need to import some chickens for the coop. That might be on one of our visits that we do. Haven't worked out the pastures yet. Might be that we just build a field and it becomes available as an option. But we'll see. And we haven't built that blast furnace yet, and that will give us the steel tools, which is very tempting. So we might do that as the next one. So if we can employ if we can employ the blacksmith for less time, it might give us that additional worker to use elsewhere. If we can make stronger tools that last longer in the blast furnace, but we'll see. I've got a funny feeling it's going to take 2 people in the blast furnace. Cool, look at all these poorly people. Maybe they're, I don't know, are they still working as fast as they can? I think so. 254 ore and 240 stone, so we're certainly harvesting all that stone, the hundreds that I identified up here. So that's good, and we've got 7 labourers to do it. We've gained another adult or so. How's the ship going? So we've got everything we need for the ship, and we're 2 out of 6 build points, so it's built a third of the way through. We'll just employ another couple of builders then, because if we can get this complete, that'd be amazing. That's our goal for this episode, and then we'll get on to building these other things. Oh yes, and we can get rid of the workers on the orchard. I think I often forget that one. But the orchard's doing us well now. I think it just takes a couple of 3 years to really get established, and the more established it gets, the quicker you're likely to then be able to build up production every year instead of every 2 years. Okay, our apiary is done, and it's got the snowflake sign over it, so we'll hire someone there next year and we'll get honey coming in, which is exciting. So that's one thing we can look forward to. And actually with our bakery, what was it that we could build with honey again? That's the small house. Where's the bakery? Over here somewhere, isn't it? Here it is. Ooh, no it isn't. Here it is. There's the bakery. So, honey pie. Okay, it's just honey pie, that's it. Okay. Let's make some meat pies. We've got loads of meat. We've got 1800 meat, 62 fish, so kind of keeping up with the fish now, which is nice to see. And one more build point till our ship is built, and this is very exciting. Very exciting for me. Not sure about you guys, maybe you've seen all this before. Literally any second now. I think as soon as the next builder turns up. Here's someone. we go. Oh, look, so check it out. This is the new ship. Looks very nice. I think that's a crow's nest, they call it up there. Proper galleon. Right, let's have a look. So we probably need to load it up with food, do we? Clothes, tools. Oh, are they actually loading it up already? So we need 10 clothing for the voyage, 10 tools to maintain it. Yeah, 50 water. Okay. Nice. And then you can send the expedition. So it looks like we're loading up with wood already. Can't see anyone taking stuff there. Are they just taking it into here and then... Yeah, we're a bit short of building materials, so we'll be loading that up. So that's not sure. Okay, so we're just clicking on the 3 tabs mean the same thing. They're just showing us the same thing. I mean, oh right, meat pie, vegetable pie, fish pie. Oh, interesting. So if we start locking our pies, then they'll be used for the expedition. Fruit pie. What is it they wanted? Fish pie, meat pie, and vegetable pie. What do we need for the vegetables though? Fish pie. Let's lock those so we can maintain. Let's have a look at what we need for the vegetable pie. So I think we need milk, don't we, for the vegetable pie? But let's have a look. Eggs. Oh, and I selected vegetable pie by mistake. Let's keep making some meat pies then for our expedition. Maybe if we just take like 40 meat pies instead of the vegetables. Or maybe we could just like build the coop and it will give us chickens. Let's build the coop and see what happens. So the coop is in food production. There it is. Oh. And we'll build the coop big enough for 1 person to manage. Oh, it's big. Very big. Okay, that's the biggest coop we can build for 1 person. And we're in the spring, so let's pause. And we're building the healer's hut, so that's really important. I'm really keen to get that healer's hut built and ready because we've got a lot of ill people. Pretty keen to get that apiary up and running because I think it's got honey to collect already. Fantastic. So that's kind of like a fish farm. The honey just builds up and you employ someone to go and collect it. And we're going to build a chicken coop, okay? And we're going to hopefully have some chickens. I thought that might be something you had to trade for, but we'll see. And the expedition is going to be on its way once we've filled it up. So we've got a bit of water there already. Okay, this is fantastic. So I'm going to change. I'm going to change over some of our workers. So we'll go back on gathering. Let's just put like 4 gatherers on because we've got so many vegetables. I know they get fruit as well. We'll go with a couple of people in the orchards, and we've got 3 people in the fields. Yeah, we've deactivated a couple of fields, haven't we? Because we don't need wheat, we don't need flax, so that's fine for now. And we probably need someone in the windmill because we've gone down 100 on the flour. And what else? I think. Ooh, I've just seen our firewood is desperately short. So let's hire another forester. Get rid of the clay miner. Another forester, just because we've probably used all our logs on construction. Let's open up the charcoal for people to use for firewood as we've run out, and yeah, I think that'll give us the boost we need. Okay, so let's go. Let's play for the winter. Let's add someone into the apiary. Oh, we just need to take a builder off, so we can have. That's interesting. So I did build it for the size of 1 person, but it's asking for 2. But let's just try 1 person on it for now. We could start making honey pies if we wanted to, but we'll make the meat pies for the expedition. That's what they're asking for. And what's led me to believe we can do a coop straight away instead of having to maybe trade for it is that the expedition's asking for vegetable pie. And so if you can't even do an expedition or a trade of sorts until you've got a vegetable pie which requires eggs. Then you should be able to make the chicken coop. So look forward to that chicken coop being made, and lots to happen very soon, folks. So probably a great place to stop this episode, and join me next time. We're going to send out an expedition, grow some chickens, and heal everyone in the village.